Forget everything you know about maternal love. In the bottom of the Amazon swamp, one mother literally turns her spine into a rotting flesh motel for 100 parasitic children. Welcome to the miserable existence of the Surinam toad, also known as Pipa. You look exactly like a flattened pancake that just got run over by a muddy 18-wheeler truck, and the way you enter this world makes the alien chestburster look like a cute bedtime story. You did not ask to be here. None of us do. But being born as a human is a luxury resort vacation compared to the biological nightmare you are about to endure. Imagine waking up, taking your first breath, and realizing Mother Nature designed you to be the absolute joke of the amphibian kingdom. You do not get a colorful, poisonous skin to warn predators. You do not get strong, muscular legs to leap gracefully from lily pad to lily pad. No, you get the aesthetic appeal of a wet, decomposing autumn leaf floating in a puddle of dirty water. Your head is completely flat, shaped like a crushed triangle. Your eyes are tiny, practically useless, and look like two dead black beads glued onto a piece of roadkill. You do not even have teeth or a tongue. You are a helpless, squishy piece of mud meat. But your miserable appearance is nothing compared to the absolute horror show of your origin story. Romance in the Amazon does not involve roses or sweet songs. It is a grueling, 12-hour aquatic gymnastics routine that ends in pure biological violence. Let us set the scene. It is mating season, and your parents are feeling the biological urge to multiply. But since your father cannot croak to attract a mate because he lacks vocal cords, he simply makes a weird, pathetic clicking sound underwater by snapping a bone in his throat. Very romantic. Once he finds your mother, he grabs her in a death grip called amplexus. For the next 12 hours, they engage in a bizarre, exhausting underwater loop-de-loop. They swim up to the surface, flip upside down, and your mother releases a few eggs. Now, here is where the absolute madness begins. As the eggs fall toward her back, your father fertilizes them in midair. But he does not just leave them to float away like normal, respectable frogs do. No, he uses his webbed hind feet to literally catch the fertilized eggs and violently smash them into your mother's soft, spongy back. He stomps them deep into her flesh. Over and over again, for 12 agonizing hours, they perform this looping dance. Flip, release, fertilize, stomp. Flip, release, fertilize, stomp. He physically embeds up to 100 eggs into the living tissue of her skin. Your mother's back becomes a bruised, swollen, perforated honeycomb of raw flesh. If you have trypophobia, this is the part where you look away. Her skin reacts to this trauma by swelling up and growing over the embedded eggs, sealing them inside individual fleshy chambers. She has effectively turned her own body into a living, breathing, swimming prison. During this entire 12-hour acrobatic marathon, your parents are completely exposed. They are tumbling around in the murky water, burning massive amounts of energy, and paying absolutely zero attention to their surroundings. This makes them a highly visible, incredibly vulnerable tool for one buffet for every predator in the neighborhood. Hungry piranhas, lurking caimans, and sharp-beaked herons are all watching this ridiculous spectacle, just waiting for the perfect moment to snap them up. If your parents manage to survive this ordeal without being chewed to pieces, the real waiting game begins. Your mother now carries a payload of 100 ticking time bombs in her back. She sinks to the bottom of the muddy riverbed, exhausted, burdened, and looking even more like a piece of dead wood than before. For the next 3 to 4 months, she will barely move. She becomes a sluggish, heavily pregnant flesh motel, carrying you and your 99 siblings as you slowly drain her energy. You are safe inside your little skin pocket, but your mother is living a daily nightmare of carrying 100 squirming parasites right under her skin. Let us dive deeper into the psychological and physical torment of this incubation period. You are an embryo, completely unaware of the outside world, suspended in a dark, gooey capsule of your mother's skin. You are growing, feeding off the yolk sac provided to you, but you are also physically stretching the living tissue of your host. Every time you twitch, every time you grow a millimeter, your mother feels it. Imagine having 100 giant pimples on your back, but instead of pus, they are filled with tiny, wriggling frogs that are getting larger and more restless every single day. The sheer weight of her swollen back makes swimming a massive chore. She cannot easily escape predators. She has to rely entirely on her miserable camouflage. She just lies there in the murky depths of the Amazon basin, holding her breath for up to an hour at a time, trying to look as unappetizing as possible. She is a master of blending in with rotting vegetation because, well, she basically looks like rotting vegetation. But even the best camouflage fails when you have 100 miniature monsters shifting around under your dorsal skin. Sometimes, a curious fish might mistake her for a decaying leaf and take a nibble, causing her immense pain, but she cannot fight back. She can only lie flat and pray the fish decides she tastes terrible. And she does taste terrible, but that is cold comfort when you are a living, breathing incubator. As the months pass, the space inside your fleshy chamber gets tighter and tighter. You are running out of room. The yolk is almost gone. The urge to break free becomes an overwhelming biological mandate. You are no longer just an embryo. You are a fully formed, miniature version of your hideous parents. Unlike normal frogs that hatch as harmless little tadpoles and spend weeks swimming around eating algae, you have skipped that phase entirely. You are bypassing the cute tadpole stage because the Amazon River is a brutal, unforgiving death trap, and a tadpole has a survival rate of practically zero. So, you develop limbs, lungs, and a grotesque little flat head right there inside the meat pocket. You are preparing for war. And your first act of violence in this cruel world is going to be directed at the very creature that gave you life. The tension builds. The water temperature fluctuates, signaling that the time is near. Your mother's back now looks like a horrific, bubbling landscape of gray and brown lumps. The skin covering your chamber has stretched so thin that it is almost translucent. If someone were to look closely, they could see your tiny, dead black eyes staring out from beneath the flesh, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You are suffocating. You are starving. The Flesh Motel is no longer providing room service, and the walls are closing in. You need to get out. You need to breathe real air and taste the muddy water of the swamp. You begin to squirm violently. Your 99 siblings are doing the exact same thing. The entire surface of your mother's back begins to ripple and heave like a restless ocean of skin. It is a synchronized, terrifying dance of impending birth. She must be in absolute agony, feeling 100 tiny bodies violently twisting and pushing against her nerve endings. But she does not make a sound, mostly because she still has no vocal cords, but also because this is simply the brutal reality of being a Surinam Toad. She endures the pain because her genetic programming demands it. She is nothing more than a vessel, a temporary flesh motel, and her time as a host is finally coming to an end. The pressure inside your chamber reaches a critical point. You push your flat, triangular head against the thin membrane holding you inside. You push harder, and then pop. The skin breaks. A tiny, perfectly formed, utterly hideous limb thrusts out into the murky water. You have breached the surface. You are half inside your mother and half exposed to the terrifying world of the Amazon. All around you, your siblings are doing the same. Miniature heads, arms, and legs are erupting from your mother's back like a scene straight out of a horror movie. The Flesh Motel is officially checking out its guests. You struggle, wiggling your tiny flat body, fighting against the sticky, ripped tissue that held you captive for months. It takes an agonizing amount of effort, but finally, you pop completely free. You drift upward, a 2-centimeter long speck of vulnerability, completely exposed in the water column. Congratulations. You have awakened. You are hungry, and your first action was to literally tear holes in your own mother to escape. And what is her maternal response to this traumatic, beautiful moment of birth? Does she stick around to protect you? Does she offer you a first meal or guide you to a safe hiding spot? Absolutely not. She could not care less. The second the last of your siblings pops out, her job is done. She rubs her violently torn, perforated back against a jagged rock, scraping off the dead, spongy skin that housed you. She sheds that gruesome, hole-filled layer like a cheap sweater, leaving it to rot on the riverbed, and she swims away without ever looking back. The motel is permanently closed. You are entirely on your own now, kid. Welcome to the food chain. You are violently thrust into the brutal reality of independence. You are tiny, practically blind, and entirely defenseless. You sink to the bottom of the swamp, surrounded by thick, suffocating mud. You cannot hop away from danger because your legs are built for weak swimming, not jumping. You have no teeth to defend yourself and no tongue to catch food. You are just a soft, fleshy nugget waiting to be swallowed whole by a passing catfish. Every shadow is a death sentence. Every ripple in the water is a potential predator. You must learn to survive immediately, or you will die in the next 5 minutes. But Mother Nature, in her twisted sense of humor, did give you one highly specific, utterly bizarre weapon. You look down at your tiny hands. At the tip of each of your long, skeletal fingers, you have strange, star-shaped tactile appendages. They look like tiny alien tentacles. Since your eyes are practically useless in the muddy darkness, these star fingers are your only connection to the world. You must sweep your hands through the mud, desperately feeling around for anything that moves. You are essentially a blind person frantically searching a dark, dirty room for a piece of food, hoping you do not accidentally touch a monster. You lie perfectly still, blending in with the muck, mimicking the dead leaves that litter the bottom. You wait. You wait for hours. The ultimate introvert, isolating yourself in the darkest, dirtiest corner of the swamp. You do not hunt. You wait for death to come to you, or rather, you wait to bring death to something smaller and stupider than you. Suddenly, your star fingers brush against something soft. A worm. It is a tiny, wriggling worm unaware of the flat, motionless demon hiding right beneath it. You do not have a tongue to flick out and grab it. You cannot chew it because you have no teeth. So what do? You transform from a lifeless leaf into a terrifying, underwater vacuum cleaner. In a fraction of a second, faster than the human eye can track, you lunge forward. You open your massive, cavernous mouth, creating a sudden, violent vacuum in the water. You suck the worm in whole, along with a disgusting mouthful of mud, dirty water, and dead plant matter. You swallow it alive, forcing it down your throat with a brutal gulp. It is not an elegant meal. It is a desperate, violent act of survival. You sit there, a tiny, bloated pancake, digesting your prey while hoping the sudden movement did not attract the attention of a larger, hungrier predator. This is your life now. You will spend the next several years lying in the mud, pretending to be a piece of wet trash, blindly sweeping your weird, tentacle fingers through the muck. You will dodge predatory fish, hungry birds, and snapping turtles. You will survive the harsh dry seasons and the turbulent floods. And if you are incredibly lucky, if you somehow manage to avoid being eaten, crushed, or starved to death, you will reach adulthood. You will grow to be 8 inches long, a massive, flat, terrifying master of the swamp. And then, the cycle will begin again. You will find a mate, engage in that brutal, 12-hour underwater tumbling routine, and turn your own back into a rotting flesh motel for the next generation of horrific little monsters. Being born as a Surinam Toad is a dark, twisted joke. You are a biological anomaly, a creature that defies all logic and aesthetics. You are born from a nightmare. You live in the mud, and your only purpose is to perpetuate this miserable, terrifying cycle. But despite the horror, despite the absolute absurdity of your existence, you are a survivor. You are a perfect, hideous machine designed specifically to conquer the unforgiving darkness of the Amazon. If you enjoyed this descent into biological madness, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to Born to Suffer. Do you think you could survive a day as a Surinam toad, or would you rather be the fish that eats it? Let me know down below. And turn on notifications because you will not want to miss our next video, where we dive into the life of a creature that literally eats its own siblings alive while still inside the mother's womb. Until then, keep surviving.